What attracts me to black and white photography is that sometimes a colour photograph can just distract you from what the actual scene that's been taken. My name is Stephen McNally. I live near Liverpool. I work as an hairdresser and I do black and white landscape long exposure photography. I went to the colliery the first time because my family are fourth generation of miners, and when I arrived at the colliery I realised it was such a great place for black and white photography. The black and white images give it a historical value. It makes you look like you've gone back in time. When I go on a shoot, the sun is not my friend as a black and white landscape photographer. I need the sun to be diffused with the clouds. In bulb mode, one click opens the shutter, be it from 1 second to how many minutes I decide on the exposure, then another click to shut the shutter. It's essential that you use a tripod and a cable release, as the exposure times will be quite long to keep the picture nice and sharp. I will put the camera into monochrome mode and have a look at the composition just to get an idea of image I am going to get from the picture that I'm going to take. I shoot in RAW, but when you convert the RAW picture back on the computer, you lose the monochrome look in RAW and it reverts back to colour. Ideally, I would go and shoot on an outgoing tide, so it's easier to shoot going forward than retreating backwards as the tide comes in. Just be careful where you place your tripod, as the advancing tide pushes water in front of it under the sand, and the weight of your tripod can move slightly as your exposure is taken. And you've got to do safety precautions, check your tides that you're not going to get cut off. When I put my camera on the tripod, I check that the image stabilizer is turned off. I will check my camera is enabled in mirror lockup. Any slight vibration of the mirror will cause me to lose sharpness in the picture. I will set the ISO to 100 because I don't want any noise in the black part of the black and white photograph. So I go to Perch Rock and I always go when it's going to be a very cloudy day. So as the lighthouse comes above the horizon, I have got a background to use to create movement in that cloud and bring some drama into the picture to be a successful black and white photograph. I always shoot in manual, using the live view on the back of the camera. I zoom right into the focal point where we'll be focusing from, focus the lens, then come back out and then take the shot. If you're using a strong feature in the picture, I would use from 17mm up to the 22mm of the lens, maybe down to 14. I wouldn't use 10mm because it would make that strong element, you would lose it. It would become a small element in the picture and not really interesting. The average length of a long exposure for me normally is from 45 seconds up to 5 minutes. And unless I'm shooting in the dark, and then they'll be up to 45 minutes. When I do my photography, I try to get everything right in the camera. So when I upload the pictures onto the computer, I don't have to do too much work using the computer. So anyone who's interested in doing black and white photography, in your mind try to visualise your shot in black and white. Photography means a lot to me because my brother, he was my inspiration because he enjoyed photography so much. I can carry it on for him.